Are there any housekeeping matters to attend to?
Yes, Your Honor. Before we begin, may we make appearances before the court?
Absolutely.
Good morning. My name is Rocky Kaftal, and along with my co-counsels, Sanjana Arvind. Good morning, Your Honor. And Max Liu.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We represent the plaintiff in today's case, Midlands Television Studios, represented in court by the executive producer, Alex Grace.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Introductions to the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Yan Jung, and along with my co-counsel, Mr. Nicholas Cosmo,
Good morning, Your Honor.
and Miss Anna Ashley.
Good morning, Your Honor.
With the
Sorry,
honor,
could you say that name, your name again?
Anna Ashley.
Yeah, thank you.
with the honor today to represent Mr. Danny Kozak.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, housekeeping for the plaintiff.
We have a few documents to tender to the bench. And as I say a few, I mean a some. We have, starting off with the complaint, the response to the defense's counterclaim, stipulations and special instructions, pretrial orders, case law, and Midland's rules of evidence, as they do differ slightly from the federal rules. Defense counsel has already seen these documents and raised no objections.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I approach and tender?
Amen.
We would like to invoke Rule 603, the constructive sequestration of all witnesses, barring party representatives.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
I would like the court to note that our party representative is Miss Alex Grace.
So noted. I'm assuming the defendant will be present as well.
Yes, Your Honor. Our party representative for the defense is Mr. Danny Kozak.
All right.
I would also like to invoke Rule 615, the constructive swearing in of all witnesses.
All right. All witnesses will be deemed constructively sworn.
We would also like to ask Your Honor's preferences about moving about the well, approaching opposing counsel, the witness, and the bench.
You have permission to move about the well freely with the exception of approaching the witness and the bench. For approaching, I just ask that you ask every time before approaching, but permission will be given freely, of course.
All right. With that, the plaintiff is ready to proceed.
Okay. Any housekeeping from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to tender a copy of the answer and counterclaim for
Of course. Any objections?
No objections.
Thank you. All right. Anything further from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to ask your preferences who to state opening or closing statements to and who to direct testimony to.
Deliver them to the jury. That's camera. Deliver them to the camera. The camera is your jury.
Yes, Your Honor. With that, the defense is ready to proceed.
Opening statement from the plaintiff.
Yes, Your Honor. May I proceed?
You may.
Your Honor, opposing counsel, members of the jury. Danny Kozak didn't do what he should have done. On June 29th, Carper and Chris Villafana got up just as normal. They went downstairs to eat breakfast just like normal. And they went to work just like normal. But that morning was far from normal. That morning would be the last time that Harper Villafana would ever see her husband. Chris Villafana was a writer at Midlands After Dark, a late-night television show run by Midlands Television Studio, or MTS. The show was hosted by Alex Grace, a talented comedian and actress who had been slowly building up her career with the show. Like other late-night shows, Midlands After Dark had several guests every night, and on June 29th, Danny Kozak was scheduled to appear as a guest. But during rehearsal, the animal that Danny Kozak brought on set turned violently aggressive. It leaped out of its seat, ran straight towards Chris Villafana, knocked him over, and repeatedly hit him in the head. As a result of this attack, Chris Villafana lost his life, and MTS lost its flagship show. Your Honor, Your Honor, as a result of the loss of this show, MTS has suffered harm, and this is why we are bringing forth our suit today. As the plaintiff, we bear the burden of proof. We needed to prove 4 things in today's case of negligence. First, that Danny Kozak owed MTS a legal duty to bring forth a well-trained animal. Second, that Danny Kozak breached that duty. Third, that MTS suffered harm. And finally, that the harm was suffered as a direct result of Danny Kozak. We needed to meet this burden by a preponderance of the evidence, and we only needed to prove 2 elements, because opposing counsel has already conceded that Danny Kozak had a legal duty to bring a well-trained animal, and that MTS has suffered harm. This means by the end of today's trial, if you believe that MTS suffered harm as a direct result of Danny Kozak, and that Danny Kozak breached his legal duty, you must find in favor of the defense, in favor of the plaintiff. Before going on to Midlands After Dark, Danny Kozak needed to bring a safe, well-trained animal. But unfortunately, he didn't do that. Dr. Will Hawkins will explain that Danny Kozak failed to select the right animal to bring onto set. Furthermore, Danny Kozak also neglected to properly train this animal. Dr. Hawkins will explain how those were 2 major safety concerns. While Danny Kozak didn't prioritize safety, MTS was doing their part to make sure that everything would be fine and everyone would be safe. Today you will hear from Alex Grace, the host of the show, and she will explain that she did everything she could to make sure that everyone on set would be safe. She'll also explain how during the attack, Danny Kozak did absolutely nothing to stop her animal from attacking Chris Villafana. And that's something that Danny Kozak himself has even conceded. Today, when Harper Villafana takes the stand, you will hear that Danny Kozak admitted that he could have done more to stop that attack. Members of the jury, Danny Kozak didn't do what he should have done. He didn't properly select a performance animal. He didn't properly train that animal. And he didn't do anything to stop the attack. Because Danny Kozak didn't do what he should have done, at the end of today's trial, my co-counsel Sanjana Arvind will come before you and ask that you find the defendant liable of negligence. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.